Dogs. The lot of them.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still... But what about... I didn't... Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield.
Martha seemed to think you might need... And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak, but we didn't know there would be so many...
Behind you!
Damn it! We need...
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try... Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't...
And yet again, you've...
You've never...
I see you're all in...
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool.
A second...
Feel like finished.
Always.
Jill and I will make... You'll need to move the injured...
Don't you worry about...
The moment my men are safe...
Just patch me up as quick as you...
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we? Nice try. Do you see any more?
No.
But it won't be long.
Then we make for Martha's.
What did you find?
The same as...
Well, wherever they came from, there hopefully we'll have enough. How many of your men? A damn sight less, and
It was a hard-fought victory. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. The inn here affords a good view of the land. And
What do you say, Martha?
Well...
it is... I am Oscar.
Murdoch.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father... Well, go on, then. Yes. If it please you, I would learn the duties...
But I am a shield no longer, and spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting...
My Aunt Hannah once told me that you have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of... And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... It's all right. There is only so much the boy can learn from me.
But a squire...
Would that really be so? You were a squire once?
Know that I'll show you...
I would not have it. I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. So, Molly will teach me for treating you. All right, now we know what you're after. I can see about gates.
Speaking of which, I brought one for...
You can, I'm nice like that. In return, you can...
I was just on my way to see him.
There's a storm coming soon.
Ah, were you able to...
We were indeed, Lawsman.
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But that reminds you, recall our conversation
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion. The Fenrir of legend, sir, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature.
What do you suggest?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than consider. That in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal... In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say, and that number has only grown. As the realms, one can but speculate as to how all...
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are...
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of evil?
Thanks for not leaving me in the Dominion. If you hadn't come back, I might still be stuck there. I told Nanny...
Welcome back, my lord. I only just arrived myself. No one seems to...
Poor bastard. Couldn't run 'cause of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
Sid. Should I be worried?
Jill,
Or lie?
your Stolas said that
Indeed. Although,
Any idea what...
the desert's a big place. But the fact is...
What did you say to me?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits. I've tried reasoning with a dissenting part.
Perhaps we could talk to...
What makes you think they'll listen?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious...
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats was... We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls.
And what happens when those mercenaries are... We're better off using that coin to buy food, and you cannot fill empty bellies with that.
But what happens when they come back? Maybe...
That's enough. Any more of this and I'll throw you out. Come back when you're ready to talk.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid, And Lady Jill? What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And these are cursed skies. Or an entire city.
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problem.
I hope so.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid, but if left to smolder.
My thoughts are... both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods. If only they could agree on how.
And if there's one thing banned...
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were... he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when...
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But while it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance, it may still be possible to make them doubt before present.
And that would be?
To pool our resources.
When all that fear and anger...
It appears we have a... Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of...
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord...
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord. And how...
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest.
Indeed, certainly that is. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, and while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not...
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that now my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
It appears I have no choice but to do what they...
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Picture it, Conrad.
Buying more supplies.
Your own city.
We might as well scatter seeds near a rat's nest.
You was captured.
They're the problem, and only...
May I introduce...
A pleasure, my lady.
The
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver.
Victor says that there aren't any men left to hide.
True as the crystal's crack. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords aside. Granted, we have a few boys left.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamel's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of that a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your...
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards.
I can't believe that, actually.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest cat. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat with time.
Time no longer appears.
I take it your scouts...
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my all.
You're not sick.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn...
I have a feeling. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert.
The rest, my friend, the stakes I concede are high.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who...
Then it will be for us to see that they're...
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we...
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie. You did well out there.
Without you, there would have been no... You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved Dal.
Conrad seems to have had a...
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either.
The plan worked. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty...
Calm now, Victor. Why, we are united. As for you, Sid, you fight.
I'll take that as a compliment. First, we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw...
I saw it with my own eyes.
I can't do it.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Artemis, and what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for her there.
We've seen little and less of the soldiers of late. Anyone would think they were hiding. We could leave.